So far the series went tragically. I kept firing, but all the bullets were empty. Fortunately, main event is still on the menu, and I have an opportunity to turn it around. I make a deep run. Can I win 400,000 and the trophy? Let's find out. Good morning. Fired 2 bullets in main event. Both ended up getting all of my chips with gut shot on the turn. And I go all in with my gut shot. Optimistic all in, to be honest. And he thinks for 5 seconds and calls. And he has ace king. So I draw. I'm drawing for 4 outs. And here is the 5 of clubs. So I just go all in. And he looks down at his cards. And he makes the call. And he has pocket kings, river. I'm drawing to 4 outs again. And I don't hit my outs in a huge pot. Over 200 big blind spot. In the main event. Very unnecessary. And I'm out again. And in the evening, fired Max Day2 bullet to 1000 turbo, lost that one too. I was just going too hard, trying to win too many pots. It's okay to give up sometimes, can't win every pot. Long day at the tables. Have D2 of the main. I get dealt pocket queens. Big stack raises. I'm in the hijack. With 180 big blinds, I decided to just call. Mainly because the cutoff had 25,000, 17 blinds. And he was a recreational player who got down from 150,000 or so, and he looked like he will go all in and try to gamble quite light, so I trapped mainly because of him. And he goes all in. I'm happy to see that, but to my surprise the opener raises to 50,000. So at this point I think there is no point in re-raising him, because if he has weaker hand like jacks, tens, nines or even weaker, he would just fold. And if he might call with jacks maybe sometimes, but not likely. It's 180 big blinds if I go all in. So I decided to just call and go from there. Flop is 10 high, rainbow. He checks. I decided to check back, pot control. And turn is a very bad card, king of clubs. If he had a hand like ace king, now I am behind, and he bets 40,000, and I decided to just fold, and he had pocket aces, and the shorts I had ace 3 of diamonds, so he was drawing that. After the main event, played the 1K mixed max tournament, just 8 levels, and also made D2. But with less than starting stack, 25 blinds for tomorrow. Finished with 170k in the main event. Very happy with my play today. Played like 13 or 14 hours today. Now, really good night and see you tomorrow. Good evening. On my way to day 2 of the 1K Mixed Max tournament. And Mixed Max is day 1 was 9-handed. Day 2 will be probably 6-handed. And day 3, I guess 4-hand. Like every day, different number of people at the table. So I'll have 25 big blinds. Still quite early stage. Let's go and spin it up and make day 3 and eventually win the tournament. That's the plan. And also, plan is to play great. Because day 2 is over, day 2 is still going for others, and yeah, one hand button opened. I had queen 9 suit in the big blind, and I misread my opponent's stack. I thought he has more than he had. He actually had like 20 2 big blinds or so. So would have reshoved probably, but ended up calling and losing a hand post flop. And a few orbits later, button opened again. I found ace deuce off in the big blind with 31,000. Big blind was 1.5k, so I had a little over 20 blinds. I reshoved. He had ace king, he called, and I lost. So yeah, if I reshove queen 9 suited, I win that hand, and probably, not probably, wouldn't need to reshove ace deuce off, but it is what it is. Wasn't in flow state for the short session. I don't know, not my best, not my worst performance, but could do better, that's for sure. So just gonna get rest and main event day 2 tomorrow. What a stupid hand just happened in day 2. Blinds 1000, 2000. First position raised 4000 with 50,000 stack. Another guy calls from early position with big stack. Cut off big stack calls. I have ace queen offsuit in the big blind with 180,000. I call. Flop queen, queen 4. 2 hearts, I have ace of hearts. I check. A guy bet 6,000 into 20,000. Crazy guy with whom I played on day 1, who had the king 10 off when I squeezed big, and he called my squeeze out of position. And he just wild player, let's put it this way. I raised to 20,000. Those two guys fold. He raises to 56. I'm pretty happy at this point. I go all in for 180k. He snap calls, and he has pocket fours. Turn brick, river brick, and I'm out of the tournament just like that. 20 minutes into day 2, had a good stack. Could squeeze pre-flop, but yeah, I had my reasons not to, and even if I squeeze, he's definitely calling with pocket 4, so it would be the same outcome. But yeah, just a little bit tilted. Had a great table, very good table, a lot of recreationals. Gonna relax a little bit. Late reg is still open, so definitely jumping back in there. 4th bullet incoming. Let's fucking go. Update of the tournament. Got dealt ace jack. Squeezed for 20,000 of my 100k stack. Got called for bet out of nitty player. I had to fold that one. Then free bet ace jack again. One more called for bet from very tight player who has no bluffs there. Also folded some small pots, and then got down again. And last hand got dealt ace jack again. Low jack raised, big stack. High jack called. I'm on the cutoff. 51,000 all in. They both call. And long story short, I'm not at the table, as you can see. So yeah, there's a guy in the tournament who goes all in blind and just fires a lot of bullets. I'm not going all in blind, but I'm also firing bullets in this tournament. And yeah, for now I'm gonna not play for a while. Likely fire max late reg. One last bullet. Jump back in with 25 or 20 big blinds. Not the greatest day so far. We'll try to turn it around. Yeah, max late bullet number 5, I believe. losing the count a little bit. Yeah, started with this king free suited hand, went all in on the flop. Regular opened, one call, I called from the big blind and I checked the flop. Queen 10-9, two clubs, opener bet 10,000 into 30, call, and I just shoved all in for my 88,000 or so. Opener went all in, flatter folded, and he had queen jack, so turn is an ace as you can see, and river is a magical club. His range is actually quite strong when he bets into two people here, so could definitely just call, but ended up shoving and luckily hit the club, and after this had a nice stack. We have day free for tomorrow, which is always nice. There are 200 something people left, 220 or so, and 120 will get in the money. First place is 400,000, so that would cover all the bullets I fired and some more. First break in the main, up to 866,000, played two bigger hands, both with pocket sevens. I start with a raise. Button recreational player calls with 33 big blind stack, and small blind good player from Israel run squeezes to 68,000 with his 35 blinds stack, and he did it quite fast, and I felt that he's on a lighter side and that it's not a bad spot for him to squeeze, because the button was playing quite simple and looked like he would fold pretty much all his range to the squeeze, and my range is still quite wide even though I open from under the gun, and so he would have ace queen, ace jack, a king queen, maybe even ace 10 as a squeeze, could have like queen jack suited, hands like these, and yeah, I just felt that he's light and I went all in, and we both folded quite quick, so that was a nice pickup. Right after the hand with sevens, I get dealt sevens again in the big blind this time. Small blind limps, we play quite deep. I raise 30,000, and he's a regular player, but I haven't seen him too much. First time I saw him here in Cyprus. He raises to 84,000. I don't see any other option but just call, so I do that. Flop is ace high with two diamonds. He bets 1/4, 25%. I call with my two pair. Turn is third diamond. He slows down, checks, and now I need to decide to check back and try to take my sevens into showdown, or start bluffing. And I decided to bet, since it's one of the worst hands I will have here. Like, I could have sixes, fives as well with a diamond, but it's not that easy to find too many bluffs in this situation, I think. So I thought that I'm gonna bet, and if I get called I would jam river on a blank rivers. Also a 7 is a clean out to have a full house, if he doesn't have aces, of course. So yeah, I thought I'll start bluffing this hand, and he folded. So didn't need to find out what he would do on the river, but I think it's a nice candidate to go hard on this turn. So yeah, I think there are like 160 people left or so. Things are looking good. 6 more levels for today. Let's fucking go. Second break of the day. Chipped up a little bit more. Have 1,010,000. Big blind's gonna be 15,000. Had this one bigger hand. I get dealt ace 10 suited on the cutoff. I have 850,000. Start with a raise. Big blind regular player, another big stack calls. Flop is not too bad. I have two pair. He checks. I bet small, a little over 25%. Could go bigger, but start with this. He calls. Turn is free of diamonds, he checks, now I go bigger, I bet pot, and could go even bigger here also, because he has king x of diamonds, 10x of diamonds, which will auto call, but I wanted him to continue with hands like king queen, king jack as well. He could fold those on the turn, but I thought this player will pay. Also all the ace x hands wanted him to pay, so yeah, I bet pot, he calls. River is complete blank, only my 5-4 suited came in the river the straight, but pretty much a blank. He checks again, and I bet 205,000, 80%, and with the sizing I thought I will represent my value like ace jack plus probably. A weaker hand I would value bet would be ace jack here with this probably, and he tanks for a long time and ends up calling, so he probably had ace x, one pair, and yeah, my bluffs would be like queen 9, queen 8, jack 9, jack 8, hands like these, some random 6-5 suited, 6-4 suited, hands like these could go as well. Could play like this, so tough spot for him, good pot for me, and for the first time moving up to over 1 million. Bubble stage approaching. I'm the biggest stack at the table. There's another guy with 900,000 or so. 3 people to my left, so we are the biggest stacks by far. I might be able to put some pressure on the shorter stacks. Let's keep going. Last break of the day, 1,050,000 stack. I was up to 1.3 million. Lost one free bet pot, free bet ace deuce suited out of small blind against other big stack. When the bubble wasn't burst yet, he raised to 30, I re-raised to 120, and he 4-bet me to 225, and he had 900,000, I had 1.2 million at that time. I was very suspicious, but I left my balls at home and just folded my hand, and he showed me 5 of clubs. So he made a spicy 4-bet, good for him. 2 more levels for today, we are in the money already, let's finish strong. Day 3 is over, played some fun hands. Start with a raise, another regular player calls from the button. We go heads up to the flop, flop is 7 high. It's not a bad flop for my hand. I start with a check, and he bets 65,000, there's a mistake. 1/3, exactly 1/3, and here I have a decision to check raise or to check call, and my hand could use a lot of protection. I'm beaten only by 7-6 suited, pocket 6s, pocket deuces, pocket 7s, sometimes pocket 9s if he didn't re-raise me pre-flop with that hand, and the sets not always bet the flop as well, so I felt that I have the best hand and just went for check raise to 195, and he ended up folding. So yeah, it looks like a small pot, but was very important to get back to over 1 million, and I thought that flop decision is interesting, what to do. If he would call the flop, the hand could get awkward quite fast, so because there are not too many good turn cards, so it's nice to take it down on the flop. So yeah, bagged 1,240,000, 31 big blinds for tomorrow, 60 people left, we are in the money. Tomorrow is day 4, gonna have some rest and back at it tomorrow. Good morning, good morning. Day 4 starts in 15 minutes. This is my table. We have a lot of short stacks. We have a guy on my right whose last name is Vladiator. Would be good to have aggressive style with this name. People would give more credit when you're bluffing. Plan is to be as dead as possible inside. I was quite dead yesterday, which I'm happy about. People are getting like significantly tighter, or some people like Ludovic Geilik, who's chip leading right now, would go to the other direction, go harder, go more aggressive when field is getting tighter. So I need to adjust individually to each table. First break in the main event. Played this hand with Queen 9 suited out of small blind. Button raises with 22 blinds stack. I am in the small blind with 30 blinds and I already have a decision what to do with my Queen 9 suited. Big blind was a weaker player, so I decided to just call. Could also just go all in against button, but yeah, decided to call this time. Big blind also calls. Flop is not bad. I have 2 pair. Check check. Button bets are quite big, I'd say, with the stack, over 50%. I just call. Turn is a magical 9, giving me full house. I check again. He surprisingly bets, and yeah, I just call. It's always nice to have full house deep in the tournament. D4, river is a blank. I check, and he tanks for a while and ends up checking back. Looks like he was bluffing, and I scoop a nice pot. So yeah, after this hand was up to 1.8 million, and before this hand played a few smaller pots, and then made a little bluff that didn't go through against my friend Deimantas. Yeah, I opened King 9 of clubs from the low jack to 100,000, 50,000 big blind. He called from big blind with 1 million stack. Flop is Jack of clubs, 7 of spades, 3 of clubs. He checks, I bet 125 into 270. He calls. Turn is offsuit deuce. He checks, and I bet 300,000. He was tanking, and ended up shoving his 850,000 or something like that. So yeah, this didn't go through. He said he had a weak jack. So yeah, jack, I don't expect him to fold, obviously. And I think it's a decent combination to bluff. Not great, but I think I'll get the respect here, and he will do some folding on the turn, and if not turn, I might need to fire river. So yeah, this didn't go through, and then I got moved to another table, and this hand happened with ace deuce of diamonds. Under the gun, 7-handed table. I start with a raise with my 21 blind stack. Bigger stack on the button calls. I was playing with him only for like 1.5 or 2 orbits, so not sure who he is, but looked like a live reg. Flop is not great for me. I started with a check, planning to give up. He checks back, and turn is a jack of clubs. And now I see an opportunity to win the spot. Start with 1/3. Could have my value would be ace 8 or better in this spot. I'd say maybe even 7s sometimes, something like that. He calls. River is a blank 4, and I bet 2/3, 350,000. At this point, I could value bet my ace 8 and better. I think ace 8, 9s, 10s, and jack as well. I could have jack too. And when I open from under the gun, my range is quite narrow, and yeah, a lot of my bluffs could start bluffing flop as well. So in this line I don't have too many bluffs, and I think this is a nice one to have. He tanks for a long time and ends up folding, So it was very important pot, and I'm back to almost 1.4 million. So almost same stack as I started the day. Big blind's gonna be 60,000. 46 people left. Let's fucking go. On the break, we have this hand. Blinds 30,000, 60,000. Hijack raised 120 with 1.5 million stack. I'm in the small blind. I have king queen off. 650,000. I go all in. He tanks for a while and ends up calling me ace 8 of spades.
I have this hand.
Ace 10. "34th place. Cashed for 13,545. Disappointing finish, of course, but I don't know if I could do anything differently. I could, of course, but I don't know. We'll see what's next. That's it for now. Good morning, good morning. Tried my best yesterday. I could change like small details in the sizings, but other than that, I think I fought well, fought hard, and just didn't go my way this time. Can't win them all, but would be nice to win, of course. 2 more days here. Played some online yesterday. Not much to talk about. Just small minus. That's it for now. See you soon. Last night in Cyprus. Ended up not playing anything else after the main event. Decided not to jump into the 2K mystery bounty. Yeah, here are the final numbers. Total binds 32,800. Cash is around 15,000. Yeah, that makes a minus of around 17,000 of the trip. So another red trip in terms of results. So total is this trip I was not playing my best, to be honest. Overall, like I had some good stretches, more good stretches than bad stretches, but too many mistakes overall, just really not acceptable. That self-destruction day where I had 2 huge pots with gut shots on the turn is just not acceptable, and yeah, even if I played really well the other days, it's not good enough. And but even the other days, like I was in flow state sometimes, but not as much as I would like to be. The reason for that is that I'm just not feeling 100% myself at the moment, I think. I enjoy playing, I enjoy winning, but I need to just be more centered and understand what's holding me back from inside. Feels like everything comes from within, so something is not right, and I don't know, maybe it's connected with something that I turned 30 a few months ago, and I'm not where I thought I would be at this age. I'm in good position, but I thought I'll be in a better position in terms of everything, basically. So maybe it's connected a little bit with that. Just I don't know. It's already almost April in 2025. Feels like 2024 was like 3 days ago. So I don't know, my understanding of time is just strange. Feels like life is going, and I'm in it, but I'm not always participating if it makes sense. I think in the last vlog I was speaking a little bit about enjoying my life more. I enjoyed my time here in Cyprus, but not fully myself, and makes sense that I didn't have greatest series. So yeah, I'll figure that out till next trip. I'll do my best to figure it out, and we'll be back stronger. We'll keep fighting till the end, till the bankroll doesn't allow to fight anymore, or if I die somewhere somehow. Yeah, back to the drawing board. We'll be back stronger, we'll be back with better energy, and eventually the trophy will be lifted in the air. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. 2 weeks I'll be playing tournaments in Cyprus. Can I book my first? For the upcoming 2 weeks I'll be playing tournaments in Cyprus. Can I book my first trip of the year? Eik tu kodėl taip sunku? Jaba. For the first... Eik tu kas čia vyksta? For the upcoming 2 weeks I'll be playing tournaments in Cyprus. Can I book first trip of the year? Some hotel, some car maybe. Book something and go from there, of course. I think I can do that, yes. Good job.